Why do you do the final walkthrough on the day of the closing and not the day before the closing? And question number 2, what are you checking? What are you looking for during your final walkthrough? These 2 questions popped in my DMs yesterday on Instagram after I posted my final walkthrough with one of my transactions. So the reason why I strongly urge my clients to do the final walkthrough on the day of the closing, if possible right before the closing, because anything can happen overnight. Let me give you a real life scenario. So let's say the closing is scheduled for Friday. You or your agent don't have time to do the final walkthrough before the closing on Friday, so you decided to do it on Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening. You go to your new house, you check everything is in a perfect order, working perfectly. You go home, your old home, you sleep, next day, Friday morning, you wake up, you go to the closing table, you're so happy, you just got your keys to your new house, you go to your new house, you open the door, and then there it is. Let's say the pipe burst overnight and the house got flooded during the night. You already closed on the property. You have no right to go back to the previous owner and request any credits or money for the damages that happened while the house was still in the possession of the previous owner, but you didn't check it, right? Actually, anything can happen even 2 hours before the closing. That's why I always try to do the final walkthrough with my clients minutes before the closing. So you usually go to the final walkthrough, and then straight from the walkthrough, we are going to sign the papers and get the keys to the new house, just to prevent any kind of surprises, bad surprises, right? And question number 2 was, what are you looking for? What are you checking during the final walkthrough? Well, you have to make sure that the house is in a perfectly working order, meaning plumbing, electric, and stuff like that. So you turn on all the faucets in the house, bathtub, sink, kitchen, bathroom. You check the toilets if they are working properly. You check the electricity. You put all the lights on. You check the basement. You see if the garage door opener is working. You check if the fridge is plugged in and it's working, it's cooling, and the freezer is working as well. You check the microwave, even anything that comes to mind, and you check for any damages or any scratches that might not have been there before while you are doing the inspection or when you are seeing the house for the first time. Basically, you are checking if the house is in the same condition as it was when you saw it the last time. That's why it's so important to work with an agent who can guide you in the right direction and tell you about those things. Because somebody might say, I don't care, I can do the walkthrough on Wednesday and then close on Friday. Yeah, it might work if you're an investor, you know that you're going to demolish the house that you're purchasing. But even in that case, I would still do the final walkthrough minutes before the closing. Questions? Call me.